Hello, everybody. Today is Monday, March 23rd, 2026. And we're back here with another podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about behind the music industry. It's your host, Christian Cofield, here today. Our sponsors of today are Shepherd University Communications Department and the Class Production. So let's get right into it. Millions of streams might sound like success, but what if your favorite artist is barely getting paid for them? Today we're uncovering the truth about music and streaming and why it needs to change. Streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music dominate how people listen to music. Artists only earn fractions of a cent per stream. It takes hundreds of thousands to millions of streams to even make even some kind of real money. Top artists like Drake, Beyonce, etc. earn more due to their large numbers of exposure and streams and different type of advertisements. And smaller and independent artists struggle to make enough to even provide for them or their family. Streaming replaced album purchases, reducing artists' income overall. So the main thing I'm trying to say right now is the system or the music industry only benefits the big names already or the top artists, and it just keeps going for the top artists. So it just keeps making the top artists more and more money, while independent and smaller artists are struggling to become financially okay while doing music. Now let's talk about why this is such a big issue in the music industry. Economic inequality. It's unfair how they're distributing money to these artists that all deserve the same recognition, same pay. Creative impact. Artists may focus on trends instead of originality. Industry control. Large labels dominate profits and exposure. And the loss of diversity. Smaller voices are pushed out. So what that means is just the people who are independent or are new to the music industry, usually it's way harder for them to get to the top or strive financially, because the top artists and the top labels are already dominating, and it's just hard, and it's all that people hear to a point. So it's hard for any smaller or independent artist to get success. Fair wages matter in every industry. Music shapes culture. If artists can't survive, culture suffers. As the Fair Music Coalition, our goal is to change the public awareness and behavior, educating others. Positive change would be some ways people do positive change are, for example, like me, making a podcast, or social media and school discussions to spread awareness. Or teaching listeners how getting paid and the music industry actually works. Changing the audience behavior would actually help the artists. The audience could support the artist directly, buy merch, attend concerts, share smaller artists instead of only mainstream artists, support people that you don't normally support because of their name, be intentional with streaming and habits and listening. Influencing the government and industry, advocate for the fair royalty payments laws, push streaming companies for transparency, support policies that protect an independent artists. If listeners change how they support music and we demand fairness, the system can improve. So that's all we was here to talk about today, how the music industry needs to change and how unfairly a lot of artists are getting paid, and what can the audience do to make it better? How can the audience help these artists, and how can we support these artists and make all of these artists equals? So that's just something we could think about when we are listening to music and when we are supporting our favorite artists. Just how can we really help them? So that's all. Behind today's episode was based off of behind the music industry, and this is your host Christian Cofield. And next episode we'll explore how social media platforms are deciding what music goes viral and what it means for artists. Follow our podcast and visit our blog to learn how you can support artists and be part of the change. Thanks for listening to the podcast in this episode today based off of music and artists. Stay informed and support the music you love.